Good morning students. Welcome back for your online classes for English language. Hope all of you are fit and fine at your home and you have given your exams well. So without wasting your time, let's just come to the study once again. Where we left last time students. If you have remembered, last time we left on our new chapter and that is all about direct and indirect speech. I shared a video with you last time and I believe all of you have seen that video. You get an idea that what is this chapter all about. Fortunately, this time I get an opportunity to use your board because direct and indirect speech, it's not a short topic which can be explained without your blackboards. So as today I am having your blackboards, I will give you some tips that how you will make your direct speech and you can convert that into indirect speech. As well as you will get some ideas because in direct and indirect speech there are many points which you have to cover. Hope all of you have studied your book very carefully. In your book, they have given you beautiful explanation about this chapter. Every point they have covered. If you have gone through with your book, I think there will be no doubts. But let's just quickly recap. So before we go ahead and talk about your direct and indirect speech, students, just remember that how you will change the speech part. This chapter is all about reporting verb and reporting speech. So it means you should have knowledge about your verbs and this knowledge comes from the tenses part. So this information is already given in your book also, but let's just recap. The tenses, what changes you have to do when you talk about tenses. Just simply remember, if your tense which is used in your direct speech, it's in your simple present, then in direct speech, your tense will be shifted into simple past. Very same, the present continuous changes into very good, past continuous, present perfect continuous, past perfect continuous, present perfect, past perfect, simple past. Now, you will not jump onto future. No. If there is a simple past tense, you will change it to past perfect tense. Now, if it is a future, then it would be a conditional. And if it is a future perfect, then it should be a conditional perfect tense. These points, if you will take care while changing direct speech to indirect speech, your all the queries will be solved. Now, before coming to this point, let's just come and look at this side. This is very small information but very important information because you will find that in your sentences, you will see these words will, now, here, there, these, those, today, tonight, tomorrow, yesterday, next week or last week or coming week, something like that. So what kind of changes you will do? So before seeing these changes, it is already written there. It is already given in your book. If you will see, you will understand. But let me just tell you one thing. You might have seen, let's talk about if I am a person who is a kind of backbiter. I believe everyone knows the meaning of backbiter, the one who gossips after someone's back or something like that. Or you can call it like a chugalkhor, right? So if you assume me as a chugalkhor, so someone said something to someone, basically bache, it's really not a thing to laugh. It is actually true that direct speech and indirect speech, indirect it means I have got to say everything to you. So I am totally a direct person. It is a direct conversation, direct speech. But indirect speech, it means I do gossips, I talk behind you or behind someone, or the message is conveyed by me, not by the direct person. I become the mediator. So let's just take an example that we are a backbiters, right? That we do some kind of chuglis. And how you do this? For example, I and one of my colleagues both are standing together and she said something to me about my one teacher said to me that your class have, for example, she is very intelligent student. Now, if I have to convey the same message of my colleague to you, so how will I reply back to you? That she said that. That is the conjunction part, that we are going to combine the sentences. We are going to join the sentence. So what she said that? Now she said that about a girl. So might she have used a girl or might she have used a name? But if it is about a girl, then what is the pronoun I can use for a girl? She. So she said that she is a intelligent girl. Now remember students, when she said this sentence to me, that was in the present time. But when I am conveying my message to someone else, so that time already passed. So that is the reason simple present changes into simple past. She said that she was very intelligent student. So I believe that you have understood this much concept, that whenever we convey some message of someone else, we become the mediator. We are not the direct person who speak that sentence, that statement. So in that case, we always use the tenses according to this format, and these words will come, we use in this format. For example, now changes into then, this changes into that, these changes into those. Very good. For example, we talk about today. Right now she said something about today, but for me, when I convey that message, that is not about today, that changes into that day. Very good. So let's talk about tonight. Tonight is for me right now, but when you repeat that message to someone else, so that becomes the that night. Wonderful. And now we talk about last night. So last night, it means it's already past for me. So last night, that is for me, but when I convey my message, that becomes the previous night for the indirect speech. So the very same day, tomorrow, the next day, you can use following day also. Last week, the previous week, last month, the previous month. And now, next month, we have already studied about the last, but now next is about to come. It means a month after. This you will learn easily while making your sentences. So let's take one example. Your doubts will be more clear. First of all, let me just clear you. In your direct and indirect speech, you will listen these two words again and again. Reporting verb, reporting speech. What do you mean by speech, students? Kind of bhashan or the way I am talking right now, it's a kind of speech, right? So whatever is said by someone, that becomes your speech. And what the word you all are knowing. What do you mean by a word? That a word which shows an action. He said. It means if I say something, I need to use my energy. Wherever you put your energy, it means you are trying to perform an action. And when you perform an action, it becomes your word. So this is our reporting word. And this inside the inverted commas. Always remember students, inside the inverted commas, it becomes our reporting speech. So without any doubt, let's take as an example. I shall go for a walk tomorrow. Now listen this sentence very carefully. I shall go for a walk tomorrow. He said, first of all, they are talking about tomorrow, future. Shall indicates future. Always remember students, don't ever get confused. That I will tell you another example, then this doubt will be clear. With these two words, you get this idea So he said that he would. Now the rest of the sentence will come as same as he said that he would go for a walk. Now let's see. There comes your turn. It is tomorrow. Now which day we are talking about? The day which is supposed to come. Yes. Tomorrow changes into, you are having both the options. The next day also is correct. The following day is also correct. So he said that he would go for a walk the next day or the following day. Anyone, you will write both the options are correct. So hope you have understood this example. Now let me explain you another concept of this which you will find in your book also, and that might make you confused. So don't get confused. Check here. She said there was a storm last night. Now remember students, this is not a message which is conveyed to someone. This is actually a statement. So when there is a statement, you hardly change verb. First of all, there is no verb. What you can find here? There is a helping verb. So helping verb remains same if it is a statement. If it is not a statement, if it is something about she was very poor, then you can change according to your sentences. But right now it is a statement. So how you will change? She said that. Right? Whenever we change this inverted commas, we put that over there. So she said that. What she said that? There was a storm last night. Very good. Last night it was when she said that. Now this message is conveyed indirectly, but it is a statement. So that is the reason we have not done any changes here. But we will change last night. What could be the change? Previous night. So she said that there was a storm the previous night. Hope now you are enjoying your chapter direct and indirect speech. It's a wonderful and a chapter which gives you more knowledge about English. You can speak good English as well as you make your sentences very nicely. So let's take one more example. In this example again you will learn something. She said to me, most of you have seen that in some of your questions you find that when you change into indirect speech, told comes, right? And you always get confused that here it is also said, but why told is not used? Here it is also said, why it is not used? The reason behind, if after said there is an object, then said changes into told. If there is no object, then it remains same. So what could be the answer? She said to me, after said there is object. Right? So now your change for indirect speech, she told. Now not don't use to me. It simply says she told me. Now what she told me? I cannot grant you this favor. So she said this to me? No. So what she will use? She said to me. This sentence is said to this person by her. So she said to me that she, now again change come. Here you can see cannot, can changes into could. Very good. So she told me that she could not come same, not, she could not grant you. Now again, she told me that she could not grant you. But this sentence is nothing to do with you. This sentence is about me. Right? So she told me that she could not grant whom? Me. Because this sentence refers to me. She told me that she could not grant me this So she told me that she could not grant me that favor. Here your indirect speech sentence is complete. So now students, I believe you have enjoyed this concept, but apart from this also there are many things which still you have to learn about your direct and indirect speech. These are the normal sentences which you will change according to the tenses, but in your next video I will let you know very important part of this, which is how you will change question parts as well as the exclamatory parts, which is again going to be a fun. So hope you have enjoyed this backbiting. I will just see you in your Google Meet class. Just be ready with your doubts. Thank you, class.